So when it comes to Final Fantasy VII, I'd like to kind of talk a little bit about that because that's something that you and I both share deeply. Obviously, we haven't played remake. Now you played the demo. I played a little bit of the demo with you back on the PS4. Obviously, I now have a PS5. I actually downloaded and bought the game last summer and had just not gotten around to actually playing it. Do you have obviously like when it comes to time into games, like now that like Rebirth has been kind of announced and it's got a trailer and it's got kind of a release window for next year, is this something that you're thinking about putting on your, I guess schedule to sit down and play through it, or are there more important Final Fantasy experiences that you want to play through first?
Honestly, like it being a triad, I'd rather just wait for all three to release and just do it then.
Yeah.
I'm not alone in that. So like, I hope enough people buy it that they can justify making all three, because like if everybody did what I did and nobody got the first one or second one,
you screwed us over, Chris.
Project.
They needed one more sale. This is Square Enix. Sales did not meet expectations. Damn you, Chris.
So I'm hopeful they've like pre-funded all three and that I can just kind of patiently wait.
Yeah.
And I'd love to play them all in a row.
Yeah. See, that's where I kind of am personally like struggling, because I haven't seen the trailer. The trailer was up. I was like, oh yeah, this is Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna dip out. And despite not necessarily being too spoiler warning, like if I came across the trailer, like I would be fine. My life wouldn't be over if someone told me like all of what Final Fantasy VII remake was, because the only thing I know is that there's hints that there's something that's different. There's something off about the story, like on purpose, not like, oh, they forgot the story that they were telling. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. I'm excited to see what happens. So, but now that with like remake, it's like, I know, like, because I originally was like, gosh, I really want to play it. Obviously I want to buy it. So I buy it for support, but then still the lack of any kind of Xbox transparency with this game, like it just makes me go like, well, it's now been 2 years. Will they announce it? Will they announce Final Fantasy VII remake for Xbox, here in the coming weeks? Because I think that would be an instant buy, because A, I buy for support, and then B, obviously like want to sit down and play it so that I could then be ready to experience remake. The question ends up always just going to be, when do I find that time to sit down and consume it? And where with 16, like it's my lifestyle schedules. Julie asked, what do you want for Father's Day? I go, I just want time to play and finish Final Fantasy 16. That's all I want. You don't need to buy me anything. We're good. I just want that kind of time, and to ask them to come back and be like, hey, can I have that? So I might have to play it offline just to experience it rather than stream it, because that ends up being kind of obviously the biggest schedule. But yeah, I'm with you on the trilogy mindset, because I then would question, they could do more than a trilogy. Like, this game has so much, I think, to offer. What if it ended up becoming its own?
They just don't know how numbers work, and like it's
Yeah.
like, I'm getting into Final Fantasy, so you play them in order. It's like no, like 7's its own universe that has 25 games, and 15 you can't read the books and then watch the movie. And have you not been getting the weekly newsletter? And it's like every number is just a different buyer profile. Like they don't have any relationship to each other.
Like, what are you talking about?
It's like what? And 14 is the 30-year running MMO. What is happening? So yeah, that would be. That's what it is. Each number is just a different monetization strategy.
Yeah.
So 18's when they try NFTs.
18 is an NFT. It's just there's only printed so many digital copies.
They only made so many 18s.
So good luck finding a copy. Like, yeah, that'd be absolutely horrible. Kuso says, as a dad myself, I totally agree with. I just want some time to game. So yeah, I think that is essentially kind of the story in and of itself. I'll let you guys know, because even more, like I was talking with people online and they're like, oh my gosh, like, yes, you need to go play through 7 remake. And I think that's going to be, I think I'm going to put that, like, rather than wait for like a trilogy, like, which will be your strategy, I think I'm going to put time into it after I beat 16. So that way, from a combat system, as the, has, 7 has that kind of like action turn-based kind of mindset to be able to like say like, hey, what do I feel is what would I like to see in 17? What do I want to see in these combat systems as they evolve and change? And and kind of play itself out, because I too also would love to see party members come back to where, like, as a Final Fantasy game, you have those. And so just like I think in our last podcast, like if they decided to go and make another Final Fantasy pixel remaster of a brand new Final Fantasy, pixelated game with a turn-based, system, I'd be all for that. I think that would be something that would be really cool to see them kind of continue on in different kind of styles, right? Like you could have like almost the 7 style, you could have the Octopath style, you could have the pixel remaster style, you could have the 16 style, you could have the 14 style. Like all of a sudden it's like you just have all these different kind of like, almost in a way like here's kind of the parent of, how then you kind of track this down rather than any one specific way that defines what it is to be a Final Fantasy game.